out at the creek this morning, come to this particular spot. When I've been here previous, probably been about 2.5 feet higher, so around about this level. Thought I'd come back out and have a look and see. And why have I picked this particular area? Well, got some reasonable gold out of here before. I knew the gold there was deep, and this way it's bedrock, it's pooling, it's somewhere that hasn't been attacked a lot, in the sense that winter time it's been pretty full. You can't see what's actually going on and where there might be some hidden crevices. So the plan is to pump this section of the creek out. We'll see how much I can actually pump out. I'm going to go up and get a bilge pump, and hopefully I can get this down another foot at least, and then that way I can do a bit of prospecting, get down into some of these crevices and hopefully find some nice colour. We'll see how we go. Hope you enjoy the video. Right guys, so I did about 3 or 4 test pans just in this area just here. Should be able to see where my shovel, should see the screen, there's a shovel and all that just over here. And the first few were okay, they weren't great. The third one ended up being really nice. I'll show you what I've got out of the creek so far, because I wasn't convinced. What I should have done was brought the pump down instead of spending about an hour testing. It'll give me an hour to have already pumped some water out. Oh, I'll take you down here to what's going on and where I've got the pump and where the water's going. So pump's in there, 3000 GPH bilge. This is a bit of a smaller hose, and water's going down into this next section. So it'll take a little while to pump this out. I'll be surprisingly, it'll probably take an hour or so to get it down a fair way so that I can just have a look and see what's going on. Because what I'm finding is I need to be able to see. The water's stagnant, you muck it up very, very quickly. It won't take long. It won't take long to take it, maybe half a foot. Alright, so snuffer bottle. Let's have a look and see. Always fun. I've got tripods and all these sorts of things, and it ends up being just that one extra thing to carry to the creek, and you don't do it, and it's in the car and it just sits there. Like, for Melbourne, for where I'm at, it's reasonable. I'm getting reasonable gold. I would call this reasonable for around here. Especially the amount of pans that I've done. I'll just get rid of the black sand, and a lot of people will be very happy with that. Funnily enough, I did some training, my first bit of training that I've ever taken anyone out, that purchased some training on YouTube from my channel. Ended up taking quite a while for this guy, for me and him to catch up. It was one weekend I was sick and he was going somewhere else, and what I went out about, March fly, just bloody bit me, the bastard. And so this is the other thing, I've got that stuff to get rid of flies and all the rest of I should remember, I always forget the bloody name, but there we go. So that's the gold. But yeah, I actually took him to this spot and we got a little bit, but we moved on because it wasn't great. But I knew there was gold here. We hit this spot about 10 months ago when the water was up here. Wasn't quite flowing, but it was a lot higher. So I'll get back to you. So I'm going to just continue to test pan and play around, and hopefully show you some more gold and this creek a little bit, or this pool a little bit lower. And I think I'm going to end up doing this at a few places that I know that don't get hit. They don't get hit because they never get really drained. And you got to think about it like this. These deep holes where there's crevices and drop-offs and things like that, it's very difficult to find where that drop-off is. You don't know if rocks are there, and that's what I'm having difficulty now with. I'm reaching in, I'm pulling rocks out, but I don't know where that crevice is going. It's very difficult. I'm standing on the stuff and I'm hitting it with my bait pump, and I'm actually hearing and I'm feeling things move, but I just can't tell quite where it is. You can probably see it's already started to drop off from the start of this and me yapping. I'll do a few more test pans and start looking around and seeing what else starts getting exposed. Back soon. So about 40 minutes have passed. Only done 2 pans. Got a little bit more gold. Not as much as the first 3, but I'm just waiting for that water level to drop just that little bit more. So as you can see, it has dropped off quite a ways. That's that rock. Had me shovel and that resting against that, so that's coming right out of the ground. You can see where the bait pump is now. That wasn't really exposed. Maybe one little spot there. So it is dropping off. I'm hoping there's something right just in here, is where I'm hoping. Well, that's where I've been getting the best gold. Now, while I was pumping stuff out and the water dropped off, I found this. It's a gimbal or selfie stick. So somebody's been filming down here at this particular spot and dropped their gimbal. Maybe it was Shovel Dog. Maybe Shovel Dog dropped his gimbal. We'll find out. Alright, while I'm waiting, this little bit of bedrock here's come up, and I've grabbed a bit just out of there, and just seeing how much of this stuff is loose. That bit's coming out nicely. Seems to be some gravels and bits and pieces in between. Seeing the loose stuff more than anything. A few more bits there. I'm more interested in bait pumping in this section, that's why I'm sort of being careful. Well, I'll get to this. I need 2 hands to see, like this. Lever them out just nicely. It's already broken. It's all fractured. Throw her in. But also keep in mind where I'm getting this stuff from, because I'm hoping it's going to be the stuff that's down sitting in there that should hopefully have some gold if anything's dropped out here. So it's very soft. It's always underwater, this, pretty much, only for a couple of months during the summer where it gets exposed, and that's what happens. The creek dries out, these cracks in the bedrock form, get wider, expand, obviously due to the heat and the dryness. And what ends up happening is hopefully there isn't a lot of water, and all of a sudden when the first flood comes through, it all the little bits of gravel and the gold and some of the heavies hopefully get trapped in this stuff. So I'll work this for a while, and we'll have a look and see if there's any gold in it. Alright, so it took an hour and 20 minutes, and pretty much all the water is pretty much gone. I need a little bit of water to bait pump, but I'll start showing you this ground and what I was sort of hoping for and what you can't sort of see when I first got here, obviously. A little bit of a look. So we'll start with the base of this thing. So I've got these rocks, when they're all jam packed, even though that's moving now, when they're all right next to the bedrock, see, like this crack. Right? I'm not going to break too much of this bedrock up, because I'm not going to be able to process all this today. But this is more what I like. And see in here, let's see if I can get some of this out. See this. See these gravels? Think about how your river sluice works with its riffles. See all this stuff? You're not going to find this stuff by just simply bait pumping it. You can scrape all this stuff away. And this is the stuff now that I'm going to start bait pumping. It's not going to go anywhere, so I can just knock it all down in here, loosen it all up. And there's all this bedrock here that's fractured like this, that's got gravels trapped everywhere. Trying to do this one-handed and film is always fun, but it's all this stuff, all this lovely material now that I can scrape. Oh, little yabby. Didn't know what the heck that was when it first started moving, but yeah, so scrape all this stuff up, suck it up with the bait pump, and let's see what comes out of this next pan. I'll give you a reveal. There's been bits and bits coming out of every pan, but let's see what comes out of this one. Alright, so there's the first pan. Only a few bits, nothing too spectacular, but a nice little bit just there. Bit of shape to it. One thing here, the gold is reasonably heavy, so I might do a little snuffer dump, and I'll do the last little bit here that I'm going to do, and then we'll see. But I might as well just show you. It's probably not going to be that much more from before, but a fair, like, you know, it's getting up there now. It's getting reasonable. It's getting more than reasonable. Haven't done a lot of pans. Honestly, haven't done a lot of pans. Most of the time, in that hour and 20 minutes, I think I did about 3. So probably about 8 pans in, you know, to tell you the truth. And you should see there, it's looking pretty damn good. Some nice chunkier gold. And that's the thing, you know. You get a big massive smile, and sometimes the gold is very, very light. But the gold here is nice and chunky, nice and heavy. and starting to get a good take. What I'll do, I'm going to clean pretty much from here all the way across. I'm going to scrape everything off, clean it all right off, and we'll see what happens, because the deepest hole is just over there. Alright, I just caught this with my eye just as I switched off then. I've still got the gold in the pan. Just here. Look at that. Now, that's a little nuggy. There's not just one bit there. There's more than one bit. Look at that. That's a bit just that went there. Now, there's another bit here. Oh, there's another piece there. There's another piece here. See, right there. Now, funnily enough, this was the highest point before, and I was bait pumping. There's a bit of gold there. I just dropped it there. This is where I was bait pumping, so a few times I got rocks jammed into the bottom of my bait pump. It quite wasn't making it to the pan. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to scrape this stuff off down as well. Scrape everything down. Alright, I've got a bit of work to do. Alright, so here's a little bit of gold from, oh, stop the snuffer bottle. Just here, just that little point in there. It's a nice little low point there. There's a crevice going along there. I've scraped everything out of there into that one point. So suck that stuff up. Always get your snuffer bottle and spray it back in there. Just don't know, sometimes that last little bit of gold gets stuck halfway up the tube or just doesn't make it. You can spit it out if you just spray it off. Alright, I'm going to, so that's that point there. I'm going to go into this part and see what comes out of there next. Alright, get another pan. I'm going to come over to this last little area just here where I'm. So, there's the gold from the one before. I'm cleaning out these really, really well, so I'm not going to do more than one pan. There's only about a pan of gravels in there, so suck this stuff up again, and I think this will be the last pan just in here. Let's see what comes out. Alright, I am done. It's going to be fun carrying this stuff into or back to the car up the hill. Car's up there, like right up there. So it's going to be fun. It's not too bad. It's about 7 kilos of battery, and I'll work out how I'm going to carry all the rest of the stuff. I'll hook it up to my backpack and get out there. So I'll do the final reveal. I've been doing them all the time, I suppose. Oh, look at that. No gold. Now I'm going to have to do it again almost. We'll see. What I'll do is I'll suck some water up over here with no gold. Give that a good shake. I just didn't tip it right. So what I'll do is I'll throw it over here. Let's see if the gold come out. Nah, that was it. I didn't get it all out that second go. Alright. So there we go. Look, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. Like this little bit here made my day. Nice little reefy piece. Probably hasn't travelled too far. But as I said, the gold here is chunky, so doesn't look like a lot. We'll chuck it on the scales when I get home and I'll give you a weight. So I hope you have enjoyed it. These are some of the things that I wasn't going to wait till this place dried out. Wanted to make sure I got in here first and got some gold. Scored myself a little gimbal as well, or selfie stick. I think it's only a cheapie from Kmart, but someone dropped it. Someone was digging there. Someone dropped it just there. So if it's yours, let me know. I'll give it back to you. Alright, hope you have enjoyed it. Till the next time. See you all later. Alright, got to be happy with that. 0.36. Very nice. Very happy. God, it was hot today. Thanks for watching, guys. Till the next time. Catch you all later.